Hi, this is Dr. Victoria Nalule. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Nalule Energy and Minerals Consultancy. NEM Energy, it's an international consulting firm dealing in oil, gas, energy mining, energy transitions, climate change. So I'm a lawyer by profession, and in today's video, I want to address the current energy crisis, specifically with respect to its impact on the global move to transition to a low-carbon economy, the initiatives to tackle climate change, and most importantly, the initiatives to tackle energy access or energy poverty. So recently, as recent as Jan 2022, we have seen an increase in oil prices hitting at $90 per barrel, and estimates show it might even hit 100. And this has come as a shock to many because just previously, in a few years back, in 2020 especially, we saw a decline in demand for oil. And as a result, many companies went into bankruptcy. The oil prices hit negative for the first time. And we saw also lots of initiatives and lots of efforts from different countries to really ban funding for fossil fuels. And 2020 was really the year for the activists or for the climate change activists to put out their points, especially with respect to banning funding for fossil fuels. But towards the end of 2021, we saw a lot of increase in demand for oil. And as a result, the oil prices were really hiked. And this caused a lot of tension, especially for the consumers who cannot afford the energy bills. We saw what was happening in the UK, in Europe. Many households could not afford energy bills. We saw the rise in gasoline prices in the US, and that was 2021. But now in 2022, the question we are really asking, are we transitioning to a low-carbon economy? Do we need practical measures to really look into energy transitions? I'll remind you that still in 2020, I came up with the new concept, the novel concept of energy progression, where I basically argue that we do not need to rush to transition to a low-carbon economy. We need to take into consideration the energy situation and the energy challenges of different regions, because we are seeing this panic right now in 2022 because it's mostly the developed countries that are really being affected by this energy crisis. Don't get me wrong, the oil prices have really been hiked in other countries. We had a fuel crisis in Uganda. In Nigeria, there was a fuel crisis. But the kind of panic we are seeing right now is because it's hitting hard on the developing countries. And these are the same countries really that have been very eager to ban funding for fossil fuel developments. So in this video, I want to make it clear that we need to take the issues of energy progression seriously. By energy progression, we are saying, let's move one step at a time. Let's take one step at a time. Let's ensure that we utilize all the available energy resources to tackle the challenge of energy access and energy poverty. There shouldn't be shame for countries to invest in fossil fuels as long as they ensure that there's more investments in clean technology like carbon capture that can really mitigate the effects of climate change. So in 2022, we're saying that we really need to progress. We don't need to rush, and let's not have many climate change activists attacking people who are supporting investments in fossil fuels, because we've seen it before. We've seen online bullying where climate change activists are trying to bully some leaders, African leaders like NGIOK, because they support fossil fuels. That's not right, because in 2022, where are these climate change activists? Where are you? We're experiencing a fuel crisis. We are experiencing an energy crisis. We're going into inflation because of the rise in oil and gas prices. Where are you, the climate change activists, to really go on with this bullying? So it's not okay. It's not okay for countries to panic just because a few citizens or the privileged citizens are experiencing an energy crisis, forgetting the 600 million people in sub-Saharan Africa who lack access to electricity. So in this video, really the message we should take is, let's be practical about the current energy crisis. Let's be practical about the current energy challenges where people are experiencing in different regions. In Africa, for instance, sub-Saharan Africa, reliable data shows over 600 million people lack access to electricity. So let's be practical about those issues and find ways of ensuring that we transition to a low carbon economy, but in a just manner or in a practical manner that will not escalate the current challenges we're experiencing globally. Thank you very much. And I note that we have written a lot, myself have written a lot about issues of energy poverty, energy access, energy transition, and also issues of energy progression. So I'll leave the links to my books, the articles, and also involve me in these conferences, because we really need to have some serious talks and be practical about where we are right now when it comes to the development of the energy sector. Thank you very much and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.